Hello everyone, it's SpawnPoint and welcome back to another video. And today I'm going to show you my favourite PlayStation 5 accessories, the top ones I would recommend getting. So whether you're looking for yourself or for someone else who has a PS5, hopefully this video will be of interest to you. So first up, which is no surprise, is a DualSense Controller. So obviously the console comes with one of these controllers anyway, but there are a few reasons why it's worth picking up at least one more. So in a post-lockdown world where you might invite mates round or you live with someone already who games with you, there are already a few PS5 co-op games to play. So I've recently been playing games like Sackboy, Overcooked and Dirt 5, so having a second controller and being able to play split screen or couch co-op is just awesome. But even if you don't have any friends to play locally with, it's probably still worth picking up a second controller anyway. So you can have one on charge while you're using the other, for those extra long gaming sessions. You could charge it while using it, but if you sit 10 feet away from the TV or the console like I do, it's not really possible. So these can be picked up for about £60 or $70 each, so a little bit more expensive than the old DualShock 4 controllers that we used to get for the PS4, but for the added functionality it's definitely worth it, and it comes with a USB cable to charge it with as well. As for the controller itself, these are incredible. I mean, as soon as they were announced and everyone was bashing the looks and the style, I liked it immediately, so visually I think it looks really nice, but the actual functionality of the controller is just next gen. And if you've not held one of these yet, they feel similar to a PS4 controller, but they are bigger and I would say they feel a little bit more solid as well, but the triggers on these are awesome. So yeah, picking up one of these extra controllers is a must. Hopefully we will see some more limited edition or themed controllers over the next year or so, just like we did with the PS4, we had the berry blues and so on. Now I did order a color wear custom controller, this was back in January the 6th it was, so hopefully that will be with me soon. Now I will reveal that and that'll probably be over on my Instagram account once it arrives. So next up, which is something that seems to be out of stock everywhere and ended up having a 100% markup on eBay, is the official charging dock. So this little dock almost looks like a mini PS5, especially with the design that they've gone for, but it allows you to charge one or two controllers at the same time. Now it's mains powered, so it's not USB powered, and it comes with the lead, or the power lead that you obviously need. And the footprint of this is actually pretty small. Now I've got mine hidden in this cupboard on the right hand side, which is actually a shame because I do like the look of it, but it keeps my controllers out of sight. Charging the controllers is really easy, you just drop or slot the controller on the top and it will just click into place, and then the controller will turn orange once it's charging. Now this dock is so much easier to use than the official PS4 dock that we used to have, and that was quite fiddly, because the actual adapter itself that connected between the dock and the controller, it moved and it swiveled, so you had to kind of line it up, whereas this you just drop it and it clicks straight in. Now these docks can be purchased for about £25 or $35. Okay, so onto headsets that are compatible with the PS5. So since picking mine up, I've actually used it with 3 different headsets already, all within slightly different price points. So the first one that I would recommend for the cheapest budget are the Astro A10s. Now these are a 3.5mm jack headphone, and you can just plug these straight into the controller itself. And you know what? Considering these are only about £60 or $60 on Amazon today, these are really, really good. So for this price, you can't really beat them. Now they sound great, there's no charging required because they're not wireless, plus as they have a 3.5mm jack, it means you can use them on anything. So you could use them on your Switch, your Xbox, your PS4 and so on. Now the mic is also a flip to mute mic rather than a physical button, which I really, really like. And next up are the Pulse 3Ds, the official Sony wireless headset. Now these look great and they have that minimal look to them and they are clearly on brand with the rest of the PlayStation accessories. Now I did actually pick these up at launch, and although they are absolutely fine for their price point, these are £90 or $100 today, I wasn't massively impressed with them. I then went and grabbed a pair of Astro A20 Gen 2s, and in fact I like the A20s so much that I did a comparison of the two side by side, and I picked the A20s overall. Now the A20s, like the Pulse, are wireless and they have a USB dongle that needs plugged into the PS5. Now the A20s are a little bit more expensive at around £100 or $120, and that's on Astro's own website today. But for that extra £10 or $20, you're getting a much better headset. Plus they also support the 3D audio, as that feature is not limited to the Pulse 3D headset, it's a console feature. So if you're looking for a wireless headset around the 100 mark, definitely go for the A20s. They also have the flip to mute feature, the same as most Astro headsets. Now once Astro bring out some PS5 A50s, I will definitely buy those again. I had them on the PS4 and they were incredible, so fingers crossed we'll see some of those later this year. Now the only other headset that I would recommend if I could get my hands on it, and they are the much talked about SteelSeries 7Ps. Now these are around £160 or $200 today, but I just can't seem to find any. Now these also support Sony's 3D audio, and they sound like they will be a great headset, so once I can get my hands on it I will definitely do a review. So this next one is for the PS5, but it isn't for PS5 games, and that's the external storage option. So I've gone for the SanDisk Extreme SSD, and that's a 1TB of storage. Now I already have 3 of these that I use for storing data on my MacBook, for content and backups and things like that, and it's so small that it easily fits behind the console quite nicely. So the port on the USB cable is actually a USB-C on both ends. However, it does come with this small adapter, so you can still use it on the PS5. So at the moment, at least at the time of uploading this video, the PS5 does not support external storage for PlayStation 5 games, but you can still use the SSD to store your PS4 games on. So if you're like me, you might still have some PS4 games that you've not finished or even started yet. Now I've probably got about 10 or 15, and it means I can transfer those onto the PS5 and still use them. Now if you do use an SSD to store your PS4 games on, old or new, you can actually set the SSD to be the default place to install any future games. So in the system settings, you just go here, you change the setting for all future downloads. Now all PS4 games, it will automatically be downloaded to the SSD instead of taking up storage space on your PS5's internal memory. So you can see the different storage listed here, and if you want to see how much you've got, you can obviously change between the two. I've pretty much maxed out both the internal PS5 storage and the SSD already, and that's not with many games either, so hopefully we will see some compatible SSDs in the future for PS5 games. So another kind of accessory that I wanted to talk about, and that's the customization available for the PS5. So if you saw my Instagram post last week, I actually shared a picture of a new retro sticker that I added to the console, and it got so many comments that I decided to include it in this video today. So the faceplate on the PS5 has a cutout for the PlayStation logo, and it looks black as that's the colour of the console underneath, but as it is a cutout, it means you can put pretty much anything behind it and effectively change the colour of that logo. So I went for one of these retro original PlayStation logos. Now I got mine from Etsy, and it was just a sticker. Now there are a few sellers on there, but I got mine for £3 plus postage, so about $4, and I have linked to a few of those sellers in the description as well. So to remove the faceplate, you just need to push the bottom and pull the top away, and it will just pop off. Now behind that, there is actually an imprint for the PlayStation logo, as if it was designed to be customised with a sticker. So you stick the sticker over the top, you pop the faceplate back on, and this is what we're left with. So this looks absolutely awesome. I love the look of the PlayStation 1 kind of retro logo, especially being on the PS5. Now I probably like it more because it's obviously a change from the normal, but also my favourite controller of all time is a 20th anniversary, and that's for the PS4. So you can see here, it's actually got the retro logo on the front of the controller, unlike any of the other PS4 controllers that were made. So here you go. If you're thinking of making a small accessory change, I think this is quite a stylish one as well. So just change the colour of the logo. I mean, you could go for this retro one. You could just go for something else. You could go for a solid orange or a blue or a pink, kind of whatever you want. But for me, it's an absolute waste because the PS5 lives under my TV where no one can even see the logo. So at the moment, there aren't a great deal of customization options available. We've also got skins, which I personally wouldn't touch. I can't imagine the quality being great. And then we've got replacement faceplates from companies like D-Brand, for example. But as soon as we can swap these plates out for different colours, I'm definitely going to give them a go. So for me, I'm thinking either a matte black or maybe a dark grey, or maybe even a light grey to match the 20th anniversary controller. Has anyone else tried wrapping or changing the colour of theirs yet? Then there's the official PlayStation camera, which I did actually originally buy at launch, thinking I'll be able to use it a bit like the PS4 camera with games like Astro Bot, but I ended up returning it. But if you are recording videos and streaming on YouTube and Twitch, you might want to pick one of these up. Now this is currently the only native PS5 camera available and allows you to do picture-in-picture while you're streaming. So there are a few other accessories out there as well. You've got the PS5 remote, so if you're using your console for watching movies and Netflix and so on, then you can use the remote control instead of a DualSense controller. If you're into your FPS games or your first-person shooter games, you might want to make use of some Control Freak thumbsticks. Now these are designed to improve your gameplay with different heights and textures and so on. Now I have used these before. I did used to use them on the PS4, but I've not used them since moving across to the PS5. And one final thing is PlayStation merch. I mean, if you're into your gaming or you know somebody else who is, you might want to pick some of these up. So you've got these LED lights, and these are the icon lights for PlayStation. So you've got the triangle, the circle, the X and the square, and these light up if you press the button on the side. You've also got some walnut wooden icons. Now these are the ones that I use under my TV. These were made by Geek Made Designs. Now they were custom made for me, and then after they did that, they then started selling them on their website. So if you want to check those out, again, I have linked in the description. And then finally, I've got a PlayStation Glass. I don't use this, but I've got it on display all the time. And I've also linked to a few other items as well that I don't have on display, but I would recommend picking up. So that's all of the top PlayStation 5 accessories that I'm either using or I recommend picking up. Hopefully some of these will be new or have helped you out at least. Any questions, just drop those in the comments. And why not drop a best PS5 accessories in the comments as well, and I'll give you a thumbs up because you've made it to the end. Now please hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. You can also follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Until next time.